Well, we might just see what Baddy pulled out here because we can just jump in right into the deck and it's Zoo versus Zoo.
Oh, he goes for the fight fire with fire. And Gnimsh gets the coin. That's great for him.
This cannot be the right choice.
I guess Gnimsh gets the Argent Squire and the coin.
He got the coin again.
That's like the good
he
thing.
always gets the coin when he plays Zoo.
And in Zoo, I get the feeling if you have the coin in Zoo, it's like such a big advantage because you can just start with those 2 minions early game on.
It's not only the coin, it's the additional card, you know? I mean, that's also a very big factor.
Yeah, you don't have to tap for that.
So, pretty good starting hand. Void Walker, Argent Squire, Armani Berserker here.
But he's still thinking about what he's going to mulligan.
Like would you keep a Soulfire early game on, or is it like risky?
As first, I actually would, but I'm not the expert for the Zoo. He keeps his whole hand. He will play the abusive turn 1, and yeah, the Void Walker would counter that.
It's always painful to just play an abusive sergeant without the battle cry actually being useful.
He didn't want to mulligan because he didn't want the risk of not getting a 1-drop. So because if you get Gnimsh gets 2 1-drops and he doesn't even had a 1-drop, he's so screwed.
Well, the good thing is he has a Direwolf Alpha now and he can trade his Abusive Sergeant actually into the Void Walker and doesn't just lose it to the Argent Squire. So that's pretty good.
He seems to play the build that not includes the Leroy, that plays the Argent Commanders and the 2 Doom Guards instead. But his hand is really bad here. He doesn't have a play for the next turn. And Gnimsh just heavily plays the one mana minions and floods the board.
When I already see that start, I'm like, damn it.
He needs
just concede.
Oh wow. Like the Argus is useless here and the Shattered Sun as well.
The whole hand feels not good for Baddy.
He might has to Soulfire here something here.
Well, that would feel like a giant waste if you really Soulfire a 2-1 minion.
Yeah, it is a waste, but...
Well, at least only the Argent Commander gone. I mean, that's turn 6 play, and until then he might just drop the Doomguard already.
Yeah, but he doesn't even have a play for the next turn. Like, that's so bad for him.
Gnimsh just steamrolling Baddy right here. It's not even funny to watch. I mean, it's just
he can
just
even play the Leroy next turn and enrage his Armani again if he wants to.
And get rid of the other whelp with the 1-2.
Even with the Divine Shield. Like, it doesn't matter. Well, maybe he doesn't.
Well, the Shield Bearer is really useful now. 1-5.
He can still play the Leroy to get rid of the Shield Bearer and the Leroy would live.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he goes for it.
Not surprising here, and I guess he killed the Shield Bearer with his Leroy and trades there his Abusive Sergeant to the left and, well...
Enraging his Armani Berserker and the 1-2 attacking
keeps the Divine Shield in case he draws like an Argus. That's a great taunt.
Well, this is just madness, and Baddy sitting there shaking his hand.
Mordecai is great to kill the Leroy, but then he can play the Doomguard.
We'll just probably see an empty board Argus or the Scarlet Crusader, I guess.
Yeah, that's.
But the Scarlet Crusader is going
to die to the both, yeah, and he will take 5
even only
again.
to 1 because he's going to get silenced.
Oh yeah, he got the owl in hand.
I would play the Argus definitely because he can trade with a 5-2 best case scenario, and that's pretty good.
That's a better play actually.
And the more mana efficient play.
To play the naked Argus in a Zoo deck.
Well, it's okay, I guess. The Scarlet Crusader in that matchup is really risky to play because of all the Mortal flying around, and, well, Iron Beak Owls are in there too.
Yes. I think only Gnimsh plays the Iron Beak Owl in his Zoo deck. I haven't seen it in the other Zoo decks.
Well, I guess there should be always 1 Iron Beak Owl in almost every deck, but I saw even 2 Owls in Gnimsh's deck.
Yeah, and it works for him, like a charm.
So, Defender of Argus on the field.
It would be the right play here. Then he needs to Soulfire to clear it, or like a Direwolf Alpha.
The sad thing is when the right play is not the most beautiful play for you.
Not the most beautiful play, that's true. But he still has to do it.
It's like always you're telling your viewers or the viewers that's the right play, that's the right play, and they're like, but the play sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what else can you do?
Sometimes it just works out that way.
I mean, Baddy is in a desperate situation. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yes.
So
there's the Direwolf, that's a great draw. You can trade the two squires into it.
And I guess he will.
Yeah, he should.
But like 1 Iron Beak Owl draw, no top deck for Gnimsh here. What is happening?
Well, the Direwolf is fine.
Yeah, the Direwolf is definitely fine.
The 2 Iron Beak Owls are just not that great in the matchup.
What Gnimsh wants to do here is place the Direwolf Alpha in between the Armani Berserker and the Argent Squire.
Yes.
So both Argent Squires get rid of the Defender of Argus and he get 6 damage in.
Oh, he actually misplaced that here.
Yep.
Maybe Gnimsh is nervous.
Yeah, he should have played.
But I don't think so.
He missed 1 damage.
Missed 1 damage pretty much, yeah.
So the annoying thing is you might have the Doomguard, but you don't want to play it into a 5-2 Amani Berserker. That's like,
Argent Commander was a good
please
draw
kill it.
here. Maybe he can come back if Gnimsh continues with his bad draws here. Like his second dive isn't that great.
Well, the draws might be not so optimum, but it's still 4 minions on the board.
He can
and
still flood the board, it's true.
I mean, Gnimsh is pretty much the aggressor. He has more cards, more life, and more minions on the board. So, Baddy...
what's going on with Gnimsh? He missed 1 damage again.
Like, I would have just played the Iron Beagle here, maybe silence my Flame Imp and...
Yeah, and he should have played the Direwolf before attacking the face.
Yeah, Gnimsh definitely playing sloppy right now.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it.
Plays the Doomguard, gets 1 knife on the 1 Direwolf.
And I
That's the
guess
wrong Direwolf though, he still has... well, he has to trade the other Direwolf now. Yeah.
What if you... Well, it doesn't matter which Direwolf you
No,
trade.
it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
He gets the buff up anyways, and his Doomguard might... Well, will die next turn, not only might die.
It probably would die to
I mean,
the
what you could do
Flame
is also trade the Flame Imp.
Yeah.
You could trade the Flame Imp. But that would feel like bad because you're taking 1 extra... Well, you're taking 1 extra damage anyway, so... Yeah, you're right there.
Not the great draws here for Gnimsh. Like, he gets like... Yeah, now he got the Knife Dagger with the tap, but before that, it wasn't great. He needs like 2 knives on 1. That would be great for him.
Oh, it's still Shield Bearer and Iron Beagle,
He will
so...
definitely play the Owl here.
That's 5 minions on the board.
He should play it on the other side though.
And I would have traded in my Flame Imp before I do this. Like, he definitely wants to trade in his Flame Imp.
Gnimsh definitely playing sloppy here. He should have also placed the Owl on the other side.
At this point, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's so far ahead, but... Still.
It just feels like he could have done it. I mean, it's like 2 damage more, or maybe a Knife Dagger to that. It's still okay.
He sacrifices the Direwolf Alpha because he wants to protect the Knife Dagger.
Flame Imp, you don't want to see that late game.
Yeah.
I heard it yesterday.
Especially not when you're on the defense.
D6, that's 8 damage with potential knives.
8 damage and a Shadowed Sun Cleric.
That's 9.
So 9.
Not lethal yet.
But I guess he might just go for the face.
If 3 hit the face, then it's lethal. And it's Gnimsh, so we don't know. But
Well, that hit was actually pretty good if he wishes to trade here. And now his Owl. I would trade my Owl in. And then hope for the last night. Well, never said anything.
didn't really matter here.
Never said
Like,
anything
the game is
here.
over, but Gnimsh played that really sloppy. But he got the better start. Might as well trade here.
Yeah,
In case of random Shadow Flame or something.
A couple of slight mistakes, but they didn't get punished because
Yeah,
Gnimsh was
Baddy had
pretty much
like
on autopilot since the first turn.
Yeah. Baddy kills himself with the Flame Spear.
So it proves once again, Zulog on Gnimsh is just way too dangerous.